Maritza, hi, this is Jim Delapine, and I would like to give you some video feedback on your Fred character. So I'm looking, first of all, let me zoom in here, and well, let me just take a look at this apple. So what I'm going to do is right click on the layer mask and choose disable layer mask. So I can see that you still do have the original photo here. So you did a good job on that. If I go to my background layer and fill it with black, Control Delete because black is my foreground layer. And I see you did a really good job. Okay, really good job. So let's look at how we can make this look more realistic and connected and so on. So if I zoom in, I see that you've got the jalapeno pepper and the grapes as eyes. So what I'd like to do is get rid of those. Okay, I have an idea what we're going to do here. So because they're simply not, they won't stay on the cookie. They'll fall down from gravity. So let's just get rid of those. Now what we can do is this. First of all, I'm going to take this cookie. Let me move this over here. And I'm going to hit Control T and start to rotate it. Okay. So I'm looking to use these chocolate chips to create like two eyes and maybe a mouth or just simply two eyes. That would be fine. All right. So I see an opportunity here. All right. So I'm going to put this cookie right here. Okay. And I'm going to hit enter to apply the transformation. So what we want to do is make it look like the cookie's going in between, right underneath the bun, which means eliminating these little pieces of onion and this part of the, this is really not the best reference to use because, but we'll work with it. So let me select the burger, and now I'm going to select the layer mask, and I'm going to go to my paintbrush tool and make sure my hardness is at 100%. Okay. Now, so this is my paintbrush size. If I hit my left bracket key, I'm reducing. If I'm hitting my right bracket key, it's increasing the size of the brush. I want to zoom in because I want to mask out the onion here. Okay. So that means making sure the layer mask is active and black is my foreground color. So now when I click on that layer mask, I'm now eliminating what I'm painting over. Okay. Let me get a little smaller of a brush. And I basically just want to show the bun to make it look like it's covering the cookie. Okay. So the bun, I mean the onions and the burger. I'm gonna get a little tedious because it does count. Okay. So here, so you have the burger. Like right here is really the only place you can really tell. Right here. Okay. So okay. And now what I'll do is, listen carefully. Watch this carefully now. I'm going to choose my lasso tool, and I'm going to put a selection around the cookie, but I want to select the image part. So select that, click that. Now I'm going to click this, and I'm going to just carefully go around the edge of that chocolate chip. I'm going to copy it, Control C. Whoops. Why is the selection area empty? Oh, no wonder why. Oh, that's because I did not have the cookie active. Okay. I'm sorry, layer 1 is the cookie, okay? So now I'm going to hit Control C, Control V. So I pasted that cookie to that chocolate chip to the layer above. I have that, okay? Now what I'm going to do is go to my lasso tool and put a selection around it again. I don't know if this part's going to work. We'll see, right? Just encompass it. And now hit Shift F5 for the fill and hit OK to content aware. Oops, I'm sorry. Again, that should have been selected, the image part. So Shift F5 and all right, so there. Content aware got rid of that and it took into consideration the surrounding cookie portion. So note that this had to be selected. The cookie had to be selected. That's why it didn't work before. So now in this layer here, I'm going to simply move this cookie. Let me deselect. I'll move this cookie down somewhere around here. All right. And I'm then going to I either paste again, Control V, or hold down my Control key and hold down the Alt key. And notice this double arrowhead? That's the duplication option. So I'll click and drag over here. Okay. And then just so, you can leave this as is, or you could hit Control T and just rotate it a little bit for variation. Okay, I'll spin it around. Okay, so now it's it really doesn't exactly match up, but it blends in pretty nicely. What I could do now is create a layer mask, go to my paintbrush tool, and make sure that I have like maybe, I don't know, 25% hardness, so it's a soft edge brush. And then I can maybe make my brush a little bigger. And with the layer mask active, I can kind of like just go along the edges here. It's hard to tell, but now it just makes the edges of that blend in a little bit more. Okay, if I hit that layer, you see what I'm doing here? So it just makes these edges blend in better. Okay, so all right, so if I show the cookie again, you see that. All right, so you've got basically, and this could be a mouth really. All right, so you've got that. All right, so now you are talking about the fries. Okay, so we want to do the same thing with the fries, but let's do this. Let's take this arm here, rotate it, and give him a little animation here and have him go up in the air like that. Maybe like that. I don't know, maybe like this. Okay, hit enter. Whoops. We hit Control-0 to fit it in. And now I'm going to go back to the bun. So selecting the bun, selecting the layer mask, go to my paintbrush, and now make this 100% hardness again. Zoom in. And now I'm going to mask out this lettuce portion here. So it looks like the fry is going in between, over the lettuce, but underneath the bun. Right? That kind of thing. So I would do the same thing with this apple here. I wish this was longer, but if I put the apple here, go to my bun and make that, make the bun, actually, let me make this a little bigger. Let me hit the Control-0 and let me just make this a little bigger, and like that. Okay, so now if I select the bun and paintbrush, so this is the bun here. I'm selecting the layer mask, and then I'm going to paint, whoops, the bun. I'm masking out the bun. What's going on here? Oh, I don't have I have the bun active, but it's the apple I have to. See the apple? Yep, the apple's on top, so I have to choose that part, that layer mask for the apple, and then basically hide the apple. So what I'm going to do is just kind of roughly come down here, okay? And then I'm going to swap, and with white, I'm going to paint back in the apple. See how that masking works? But I want it to look like it's underneath the bun. Okay? So something like that. I did it roughly, but all right. So that's what you need to do to make this look more effective. I mean, I don't know what you want to do with this. I mean, this could be stuck into the side here. You could make this look stuck in for whatever reason. If you select that, go to the layer mask, and you could, kind of paint this to look like it's sticking into the bun, and then create a shadow underneath it, and with this arm, I would take this, hit Control-T. I'm going to bring the center point right here, and then rotate this, and it'll rotate around the center point. All right. So actually, you can bring this up a little further, I think. All right, so you have that. Now keep in mind that it has to be within 6 by 8 inch area. So if I drag these guidelines down and over, clicking and dragging on top of the rulers, clicking, dragging. All right. So it's actually all right. I'm not going to object to this. But if you wanted to, scale it down a little bit, here's how you do it. Shift click to select all the layers, Control-T, and I'm going to just click and scale down, and as I'm dragging, I'm holding down the Shift key so it constrains it, okay? Letting go of the cursor first, then letting go of the Shift key, and then hitting Enter. And there you go. All right, so I hope that helped. All right, take care now. Bye.